Have you seen what is happening in Brussels? Farmers turned the city streets into a tractor parade, but not the fun kind. They blocked roads, lit fires outside the EU Parliament, and even flipped a statue to make a statement. And it's not just in Belgium. This wave of farm fury is hitting all over Europe, from the Netherlands and Germany to Italy and France, where things got so heated that over 90 protesters got arrested after crashing Europe's biggest food market. So you're probably wondering, why are these farmers turning Europe into their protest playground? Let's break it down into the three major gripes they have. First off, the EU's green rules are giving them a headache. Imagine being told you can only use a chunk of your land for, well, nothing productive. And on top of that, you've got to cut down on fertilizers and shake up your crops. Sounds tough, right? Then there's drama over cheap imports. Thanks to some trade deals, farmers outside the EU can sell their goods in Europe without jumping through the same hoops EU farmers do. Plus, the EU decided to open the gates wider for Ukraine's farm products, cranking up the pressure on local farmers. And lastly, there's rising costs. Everything's getting more expensive, from energy to farming equipment, thanks to the war in Ukraine and inflation. Plus, climate change is causing droughts and floods, messing with crop production. And while these problems aren't directly the EU's fault, farmers feel the EU could do more to help out. So this is why farmers are blocking roads all over Europe. But should they be? Here at EU Made Simple, we have mixed feelings. On the one hand, the agricultural sector is vital for the EU and should be protected, as we don't want the European Union to become dependent on foreign countries for yet another critical resource. But on the other hand, the EU is already trying to support farmers, shelling out around 50 billion euros in subsidies every year. That's a third of the EU's budget. We've also got to question some of the protest tactics. Blocking roads and damaging public infrastructure isn't just an inconvenience. It disrupts vital transport networks linking ports, cities, and industries, leading to significant economic impacts. This disruption affects everything, from local commutes to the broader European economy, potentially even reducing the very subsidies protesters are fighting to protect. We think there's got to be a smarter way to handle this. Like, why not work together with the Commission to plan out how to better transition towards a greener future together? But what's your take? Do you think these protests are justified? Big thank you to our contributors for the insights. And if you're keen into keeping up with EU news in a quick and simple way, hit that subscribe button for more EU Flash updates. Catch you in the next video.